Hello everybody and welcome back to Species Unknown. So the last time I actually played this, I killed the squid and of course the mutation, and also showed off capturing the ethereal. Now I still need to show off capturing both the squid and mutation and killing the ethereal, because there's a difference between capturing a specimen and of course killing a specimen. I've also still got 2 more specimens I've yet to show off, that of course being specimen 8 and 10. Which, curious on which one we got. Face is munched off, so it might be... This is a kill contract. If it's the ethereal, then yeah, I'm gonna try and kill him. It is the ethereal. Okay. Yeah, I could show off killing the ethereal. Oh, that way's blocked off. Now, this is a higher difficulty because I don't have a handgun and no weapons beeps. But, we need to head up to... Yeah, we need to head down this way. Hurry up, make it to the bridge. Turn on the power and see if we could figure out where the cryo gun is. Which cryo gun is in engine room B. Great. Yeah, I'm just going to go through the crew's quarters because that's the easiest way to go. Just don't go through machinery. Machinery's too much of a hassle. Get this. Of course, I got 4 respawns, but that's fun. Ethereal's actually one of the easiest specimens to kill. Actually, I think he's like the easiest one to capture, too. Oh, gun right off the rip. Assault rifle. Nice. So I think, like... He's over there. Oh, nope, he's right there. No, yeah, he's on me. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Nope, nope, nope. Okay. So he should have teleported away for a little bit. I mean, he knows I'm over here, so he's eventually going to teleport back here in a little bit, but... Yeah, he's already making his way back over here. Oh, what's that? Yeah, shotgun. Shotgun, in my opinion, is the best weapon to use on the ethereal. Oh, yep. He noticed me. Hoping he'd teleport away so I could walk up the stairs. That's fine. We're going to check the kitchen first. See if those remaining key cards are in there. Get the shutters so he can't see in there. And nothing. In here. Well, we gotta make our way to the science quarters, I guess. Honestly, I can't wait till they add in the laboratory section. Which they should be adding in that section of the map sometime this month. Oh, there's one. There's all 4. Grab the credits as if I need the credits. Oh, he's standing right there waiting for me. Okay. EF'd off. Run back over here. Start putting these things in. Oh, yep. Stop trying to drag my face to look at you. Stop. Thank you. Oh, he's doing it again. He's right behind me. Yep. He's getting a little bit more aggressive, because the longer this game drags out, the more aggressive he's going to get. There he is again, yep. Stop. 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 Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I should have shot that bomb. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take it with me. Got him with it! Yes! Oh, there's another one right there. Heck, I probably don't even need the cryo gun. Although he is taking a lot of health out of me. Okay, he went back to being ethereal, so, I need to heal. The infirmary right here. There we go. So the thing about the ethereal, though, is like when you freeze him and he goes on all fours and he's crawling around, for the first couple seconds he's going to be like really slow, but the more he thaws out, the faster he's going to get. And now I think he's like, I think he ran and hid. Because I damaged him a bit, so he's probably hiding. He likes to hide somewhere in the crew's quarters. That's like the main area he goes to after he takes a little bit of damage. Well, let's see if I can find the cryo gun up here. If it's not up here, then it's downstairs. Which, yep, looking like it's downstairs. Great. Yeah, because we spooked him, he's not going to be chasing us anymore. Well, at least for a bit. Cryo gun. It's got to be back here. Yep, there it is. Kill the target. Though, if you really want to be meta, you could do it the same way I did it with the cryo bombs. You don't really need to grab the cryo gun to kill him. He's somewhere. There he is. Got him. There's a cryo bomb right there too. Yeah. See how he's faster now because he's thawed out a bit. Grab some ammo. Heal up a bit. Oh, there's the SMG. Okay, he's on the left somewhere. He might actually be in engine room A, or he probably fled to the crew's quarters again. I'm venturing to guess he ran to crew's quarters. Or nice. He's somewhere in here. Oh, yep, there he is. Found you. This is why the shotgun is the best weapon to use on this guy. Oh. Grab some more ammo. Try to listen for his breathing. He's somewhere over here. Yeah, I think he's down here somewhere. Yeah, he's down here. Oh yeah, I see him. I see his eyes glowing. Kinda don't want to kill him down here though. Come on, bud. Yeah, follow me out of the water. I don't know why you came down here. Oh, there's a weapon bag. Oh, another shotgun. Wait, can I get 2 shotguns? Oh, I can. Yes. Okay. I mean, I love the assault rifle, but like I said, shotgun's the best weapon to use on this guy. I think he went back over here somewhere. Yeah, he's somewhere over here. There he is. There we go. I like how when he dies, he just like snaps his own spine and just disintegrates. So cool. Kill the specimen in HSS Hawking. Decent bounty, as if I need the money. Alright, so I don't need to show the ethereal again. Well, at least unless I really want to. But onward to the next one. Oh, back into the HSS Hawkins we go. Honestly, I can't wait till they add in more maps. I mean, I love the HSS Hawkins, but it gets really boring after a while. I mean, granted, they are adding in the laboratory section of the ship, like I said, sometime this month, but I don't know, I just really want a new map. Like, I want a, at least a new ship, or, like I said, they're planning on adding, like, a planetary station, or I don't know, a different space station, kind of like Alien Isolation would work too. Power activated, so, and no explosives. So right off the rip, as soon as we open those doors, the specimen's gonna be moving around. We gotta immediately run for the bridge. Let's see what we're dealing with. Oh, this is actually my favorite specimen. This is specimen 10. This is one I've yet to show off. Alright, hit the pod. Let's get moving. So we need to grab the flamethrower for this one. And you want to avoid the... And yes. It's right there. You can tell by the purple goo. But the main reason I love this specimen is because it's a zombie specimen. So all of these corpses on the ship are going to start getting up. The longer this game takes, the more corpses that are going to get up. This is easily the creepiest specimen, and I love it. Alright. So we need to grab the flamethrower. Oh, it's actually in an easy spot, too. Okay. Yeah, it's up in the crew's quarters, so... Ain't gotta go that far. There's also another thing I want to show off with this specimen. Oh yeah, by the way, there's the laboratory. Like I said, it's not in the game yet. That's going to be like the addition they're adding to the game this month. But yeah, there's a thing with the specimen 10 that I really want to show off. I'll wait until I get the flamethrower, and that's when I'm like about to kill it. Yeah, he's up in the vents. First things first, I really need a gun, more specifically the assault rifle. Credits. Oh, there's a corpse. We got 2 key cards. Like I said, we still need a gun. Yeah, weapon beep should be on, so I could at least hear them beep it. Sounds like there's 2 of them on the left. One ran on by. One went into the room next door. Oh, yep, she noticed me. Yeah, you're gonna be wasting more ammo on the corpses than the actual specimen. Get in here, drop the shutters. Right. That's all we need for the door. Seriously, please tell me there's a gun in here. No. I also like how you can see all the... No, you don't. Yeah, you really got to pay attention to those events, especially for the purple liquid. But I also like how the zombie corpses, whenever you shoot them, like when they get back up, you can still see the bullet holes in them. Yeah, so you don't put them down permanently. There is a way to do it, but just randomly shooting them doesn't work. This is why you need the flamethrower, because you actually need to burn the corpses. Shotgun. Shotgun's alright. It's not what I would use for the specimen, though. Hello. Come on, I need at least an assault rifle or an SMG. Not in there. Oh, there's something in here. What's this? Ah, SMG's fine. This'll work. No, you don't. Definitely pissed it off. Okay. Oh, here's the scary part. I gotta go up in the vents with it. I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, gonna let my flashlight recharge. And up we go. Now, luckily the zombies won't follow you into the vent, but specimen's gonna be moving around in here. Yep, there he is. So I really need to watch my corners in here. I think it was down this way, wasn't it? Yep, there it is. Okay, we're going to ditch the shotgun, pick up the flamethrower. Alright, we're in business. So now what we need to do is start burning corpses. Because as long as there's corpses around, it won't come out of the vents, because it likes to use the zombies to do its hunting for it. But if there's no zombies around, it has no other choice but to come out and start hunting itself. By the way, this is also the, if you're trying to save money and you got that one debuff where, you have to pay money in order to get ammo, this is the worst one to do that on. Because you're going to be wasting a lot of ammo here. Alright, we need to find a couple more. Oh. Right behind you, buddy. Yep, keep on coming. It's right behind me. It's up in the vent. Okay. Nope, you go away. You wanna start? Oh, nope. Still a couple zombies left. Oh yeah, I wanted to show something off too. Hang on, let me go ahead and that pod, yeah, pod's activated. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Yeah, stab me. There we go. Gonna light him on fire. And he sprays poison too. So, yeah, whenever he stabs you with his tail, or if you walk through the smoke, you'll get poisoned, which is that bar on the right. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that fill up, just to show off what happens. So we ended up turning into a zombie, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when I hop out of the pod, hello, me. Just go and gun myself down. Pick all this stuff back up and take the time to burn my own corpse. So that may not be nothing to everybody, but let me tell you this. If that thing keeps stabbing people and you turn to a zombie every time, it's just going to build up more numbers. So if you're playing like with a group of people, which if you're like running this with a group, the maximum amount of spawns you could have is 8. And if you just constantly keep getting stabbed by this thing, it's just going to constantly keep adding in more numbers to the zombie population. And like I said, they don't stop until you burn the corpses, so it doesn't matter if you shoot yourself multiple times, you're just going to get back up and come back. Oh, hello. Yep, there he is. He's gonna try to stab me, but yep, not this time, buddy. Get away from the poison gas. There shouldn't be that much corpses left around here. Now this is the best place to be when you're dealing with this guy. Just this little cross section here. Run back in here, get the ammo. Okay. Come on out. There's only like 3 places you could come at me from. He's in here. Yep, there he is. Yep, so all you're doing is just burning and shooting him. He might come back through the living area. Sounded like you dropped down somewhere. Where at? I don't know. Not there. You on the left somewhere? Oh, he's literally right there. Dropped down in the first room I checked. Sneaky bugger. There's a zombie right behind me. You son of a... Okay. He should be close to death by now. Ran up back in the vent. Great. Oh, hello. Yep, that's it. I also like how he has purple blood. So cool. Kill the specimen, HSS Hawking. Yeah, like I said, if you got that one condition where it like charges you for ammo and health, this is the worst one to deal with because you're going to be using that flamethrower a lot and it just eats ammo. All right, back down into the specimen rooms because, yeah, specimen 2 was one of the ones I didn't show off last time. Yep, specimen 10, ID 10. There we go. Like I said, this is easily my favorite specimen. He's just so cool. Like, you could see hints of, like, Alien and a little bit of Starship Troopers, actually. How you doing, buddy? Here's what it looks like in the tubes. That's of course his head. His front, I guess you would call that a mandible, maybe. Or front leg. Hind leg. Of course, you got his tail. Codex, specimen 10. Number 1, protected planet. The specimen originates from the planet Kepler 441b. This planet has characteristics similar to those of Earth and quickly attracted the interest of astrophysicist Commander Victor Carter. First set foot on the planet on February 6, 2231. Here's an excerpt from his interview published in the Big Bang newspaper. This planet is a paradise. It is pure, unspoiled. The flora and fauna are thriving and diverse. It is absolutely necessary to protect this planet from all outside contact. It must never fall into the hands of industrialists or be exploited in any way. As a result of his advocacy, Commander Carter secured the planet's admission into the Intergalactic Community for the Protection of Space Environments, ICPSE. This nonprofit organization is dedicated to limiting, monitoring, and regulating the effects of human colonizations in space. In the case of the planet Kepler 441b, ICPSE has decided to limit visits to 3 humans per year. Visas to visit the planet are highly granted to scientists. Applicants are required to provide a comprehensive resume and must not have ever been employed by any company listed on the designated blacklist. That's kind of interesting because that tells me that there were these companies tried to sneak people in on this planet. They must submit a comprehensive statement of intent detailing their objectives and describing why the study of this planet or its attributes is necessary to achieve these objectives. On March 14, 2239, zoologist Mr. Rodwell Burns, Mr. Christian Rosette, and Miss Miriam Tabay set up their scientific camp on the planet. Their mission was to catalog all animal species in the JJ04 region. Number 2, identification. On November 23rd, 2239, Mr. Burns' journal describes, "We sighted a most unusual specimen today, or species today. Its identifier is 010. It is a quadrupedal creature with a fifth mobile limb extended from its spine, ending in a stinger like a scorpion. The specimen observed is approximately 1 meter long and 0.7 meters tall. This creature is particularly remarkable for its unusual hunting technique. It emits a thick gas from 2 orifices on its back. It poisons its target with its stinger. The target is disoriented by the cloud of gas and eventually collapses from the stinger's blow and the poison. What is unique, however, is that the victim eventually gets back up. It begins to move again with jerky motions. As soon as it encounters another member of its own species, it attacks it. Once weakened, the specimen can come and finish it off. We haven't been able to measure the vital signs of the infected individual, so it's difficult for us to identify the type of toxin it uses. This specimen alone is a formidable research object. So, this is, of course, well, its name is Puppet Master, but that's an actually very interesting hunting strategy. So it just injects a toxin into its victim, and then, like, of course, the victim turns into a zombie and starts attacking members of its own species in hopes to wound. And of course, like, it's like, that's because we saw the zombies like enter like a state of hibernation. So my guess is like it lets the zombies do the hunting for it, and once it's like hungry, it just kind of feeds off of one of the zombies. That's a very interesting hunting strategy. I have never seen anything hunt like it before. That's kind of cool. The zoology team inventoried 8,426 animals with the defined area in 1 year. They left with a hope of one day being able to return and study some of the species in greater detail. According to the official investigation, Mr. Burns attended a meeting the week after his return from the expedition. On March 28, 2240, at the offices of the pharmaceutical company Aldexian in New York, he reportedly left with a briefcase containing a large sum of money. That's kind of shady. 3 illegal experiments. The next day, he submitted a new application to ICPSE to request a more specific study of certain species. On April 25th, 2240, he set up camp again on the planet Kepler 441b, alone this time. In his official journal, we can find notes on several species on the planet. However, we found a second unofficial journal whose observations focus on specimen 10. Here are some excerpts. After analyzing the venom, I am able to confirm that it contains neurotoxins capable of reviving a brain-dead body. The medical use of these toxins might allow us to treat incurable diseases in the short term. My wildest ideas lead me to imagine that we could perhaps bring certain people back to life or even achieve immortality. Footnote: toxins are destroyed at high temperatures, 80 degrees Celsius minimum. On June 30th, 2240, a combat shuttle illegally landed on the planet. A special response team enabled Mr. Burns to capture a specimen. Mr. Burns then took off in the shuttle and joined a scientific ship belonging to the Aldexian Corporation, where extensive research was to take place. To extract the creature's venom, an airtight oversuit covered in pockets was designed. The main suit worn underneath was an old military model designed for civilian population control, procured by the U.S. Army, which was particularly funding the research. According to our investigation, the suit failed after several samples were taken. The creature's repeated attacks eventually punctured it behind the knee. For conclusion, according to the rescue team's report, the creature escaped after the person in charge of sampling that day was poisoned. He used the ventilation system to move around and infect the crew members it encountered. Those who were not infected were attacked by the poisoned individuals. No survivors were recorded. The poisoned passengers were brain dead but still active, were isolated, and are currently being studied by the U.S. Army team. During the rescue mission, the specimen was sighted. The use of conventional firearms appeared effective. The report specified that a flammable gas canister was also used as an explosive. The creature was temporarily paralyzed and fled. That's basically them hinting at how to capture this thing too. After which the specimen could not be captured again or eliminated. Synthesis. To counter the specimen's poisoning, an antidote was developed by the army and added by default to all first aid kits. If you ever become infected, a dose of the healing serum will cure you of the poisoning. It is strongly recommended that you always carry a health injector with you or a member of your team. If the infection is too advanced, using the resurrection capsule will allow you to continue your mission. Be careful, however. You may find yourself face to face with your previous body or that of one of your teammates. In action, it is difficult to differentiate a real agent from an infected body. We recommend keeping your distance until you have identified your allies and enemies. Or, you know, pay attention to the weird guy flailing his arms around. But yeah, so that was Specimen 10. I also like how he has like a tiger striped pattern on his skin. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this episode off with a another capture mission. And of course this is going to be difficult because the power's immediately on and I don't have a handgun. The moment we open the door, the specimen's going to be zooming around. Which one did we get? Oh, it's Specimen 8. It's the worst effing one, too. Okay, so hurry up and activate this. So Specimen's the last, well, Specimen 8's the last one I need to show off, but he's simultaneously, he's both simultaneously the easiest one to deal with, but also the hardest one to deal with. And it really depends. Like, if you're playing this solo, this dude's god-awful to deal with. If you're playing this with, like, a group, he's actually the easiest specimen. He's also the worst one to capture, in my opinion, as well, because you got one shot to capture him. If you F it up, then you're screwed. And of course, I need the laser, which is all the way down in machinery. Fantastic. I need to really pay attention with this guy. Because the thing about Specimen 8 is he's the only one who can insta-kill you. If he grabs onto you, you're basically done. He's also very, very sneaky. He can actually sneak up behind you. I gotta really pay attention to my surroundings. Alright, hurry up. We gotta make this quick. I need to find... Oh, there's one. Oh, great, shotgun. Yeah, don't bother with the shotgun. Actually, don't bother with any weapons when you first encounter them, because they ain't gonna do jack. here. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Yep. We just need one more. We just need one more. Come on, come on, come on. Please, please, please. Nope. Alright, we need to hurry up and run in here. Turn on the shutters. Oh, there it is. Okay. We need to have what we need to get out of here. Here's the really dangerous part. He's right there. And like that, he disappeared. Like I said, this guy's sneaky. You won't hear him coming. Okay. Well, luckily I spotted him before he spotted me. Alright, we need to hurry up, grab the laser. I'm gonna check below this time. Okay, so weapon beep should be on. Yeah, I hear it. It's... Oh, okay, I know where it is. Okay. Nope, there it is. Laser beam. All right. Don't shoot it yet. Try. Okay, he went that way. Take this opportunity to run back to the ship. Avoid the floating golf ball as much as possible. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to draw his attention by shooting, but it should be fine. And your shield is gonna be your best friend with this guy. Trust me. And I probably should have opened up that door. Okay, we're almost to the ship. Quicker we get there, the better. Now here comes the fun part. We need to draw them in. I need to pay attention to that vent right behind me too. Come on out, you sentient golf ball. Stupid clanker. Oh, nope, there he is. Yep, he's coming. Yep, come on. So this is why the shield's going to be very important. So start zapping him. Try to get him at an angle right here. Okay, when he drops like that, hurry up. Hit the button. That is your only time to capture him. If you screw that up, you won't be able to capture him. Because whenever he's like on the floor like that, he's basically deactivating the shield. The reason why you can't damage him with ordinary weapons is because he's got a shield. But the only thing that could break through the shield is, of course, the laser. So when you break through the shield and he falls to the ground, that gives you like enough time to actually capture him. If he actually gets up into the spider form here and he gets out of this room, you're not going to be able to capture him again. It's just so difficult after that. So try to get into the room, hang on to the side, bring up your shield to just shoot him with the laser. Once you get him in like a stun position and he falls to the ground, immediately get out of the room, hit the button, and close the doors. That's why I say he's the most difficult one to capture. Because the other ones, yeah, they'll stay stunned for a while, and you could, even if you screw it up, you can still bring him back in there and stun him again. But when it comes to him, nah, you got one shot and that's it. But the bright side is, at least I don't have to capture him again, because I hate capturing that motherfucker. Valid payment. Alright, back down into the specimen rooms we go. This is actually the last specimen I need to show off down here. But yeah, specimen 8, here we go. The robots. Now, I'm pretty sure this guy actually does take a lot of inspiration from Portal, which, I mean, yeah, I could see it. He kind of looks like Whitley from Portal, so. I also like how his iris just kind of expands and dilates. That's so cool. But yeah, he is both the easiest one and the hardest one to deal with. It really depends on like how you're playing this game. If you're running it solo like me, he's easily the worst specimen. If you're playing with a group, he's actually very easy, because the thing about the specimen is he only targets isolated individuals. So if you're like in a room with 3 people and he comes on in, he won't attack. Instead, he'll just sit there and observe you. It's only until like somebody breaks off and enters a room by themselves that he's going to fly over and he's going to kill them. And like we saw earlier, he has a tendency to just randomly disappear, and he's insanely quiet. It is hard to hear this dude coming behind you. But yeah, whenever he's in like that floating ball form, this thing will come out. This is basically his grabber. And what he'll do is he'll sneak up behind you, he'll latch onto you. And then the drill, which is on top of his head right there, the drill actually pops out and he starts just drilling right into the center of your skull. It doesn't matter how much health you have, it's an insta death. He is the only specimen in this game that has an insta kill. Well, aside from the ethereal, but like the ethereal, you know, you just don't look at him. But the robot, nah, if he grabs onto you, it's game over. But over here we have his legs, which still has a rendering issue right there. Here we have his body. Alright, Codex. ID 008, the Eye. Type corrupted robot. Origins. The creature with the identifier 008 is a refurbished military-grade robot. It was designed and produced by the company RobotStar. This robot is equipped with the technological repulsive system that allows us to levitate and thus adapt to any type of terrain, but also serves as a shield against traditional weapons. If this system is deactivated, this robot is equipped with purely mechanical legs that will allow it to move. During the mission to recapture the lunar base in 2090, the same repulsion system proved unsuitable for the new laser weapons used by enemy armies. This robot model was therefore quickly withdrawn from the market. Here are the final words collected from RobotStar CEO John Graham. After several years of struggling to restore our finances, and despite the efforts of all of our employees, I regret to announce the permanent closure of RobotStar. Severance pay will be paid upon the resale of our products and equipment. We were only offered one offer, and although it is insignificant compared to everyone's efforts and work, we will accept it. The stock of robots was purchased by the company Biospace Group. The goal was to recondition these robots purely for scientific purposes. The machine gun mounted on the robot's mechanical arm was replaced with a 50-centimeter drill bit, capable of drilling into any rock and plant to collect samples. In parallel with these scientific missions, the modified robot was deployed in large numbers at certain mining sites to extract large quantities of rare and precious minerals. That's actually a smart idea, because if it's levitating, it could get to higher places because it's got the shielding. If it's dealing with like any wildlife or a cave-in, it'll actually protect the robots. So that's actually smart to use it as a a mining drone, or like a scouting drone, essentially. The company did not bother to modify the shield. Despite its flaws, it was able to limit material damage during confrontations with other yeah. 2. Specimen discovery. The number of robots gradually declined, and this model has now been largely replaced. Some of these older models are regularly found, most often in very poor condition. The samples and resources they extract are, however, still usable in most cases. The wrecks are recovered and then dismantled to collect the resources. On March 3rd, 2121, scientists Elizabeth Weaver and William Miller found one of these older models on the planet NV1845. On a mining extraction site, Dr. Weaver testified, the automaton appeared to be in very good condition. Although inactive, its legs were intact but chipped in places. The main trunk was intact, and we had good hopes of recovering usable material. They brought it back to their mobile laboratory on the mothership to extract its samples and data. During the operation, Elizabeth Weaver left, leaving Dr. Miller alone with the subject. When she returned, the robot was leaning over her colleague's body, removing its drill bit from his skull. The robot turned towards her with hostile behavior. Dr. Weaver immediately called the guard station at the laboratory entrance. At the sight of Sergeant McDowell, The robot immediately changed its behavior. It retracted its drill bit and assured a pacifist attitude. 4. The escaped. Following the accident, the subject was locked in a glass cell adjacent to Dr. Weaver's office pending further examination. Surveillance camera footage shows that at 11:26 a.m., the automaton managed to squeeze through the cell's air vent, allowing it to escape at 1:51 p.m. Dr. Weaver became aware of its escape and notified the captain. An audio announcement circulated within the ship between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. on March 4th, 2121. Attention everyone. A robotic research subject has escaped from the laboratory and is roaming freely within the ship. The subject is dangerous. This message must be taken very seriously. It appears that this robot only attacks isolated individuals, so it is imperative that you never remain alone. If you encounter it, notify the commanding office immediately. Unfortunately, this announcement followed a series of other messages, many of which were false alarms. The ship's passengers initially did not take this statement seriously. Thanks to the ventilation system, the robot was able to move freely from target to target. Numerous victims were found in the restrooms and the showers, and anywhere else passengers seeked privacy. The ship's population decreased by 53% in 24 hours. Ooh. Following this massacre and the inability to neutralize the robot, the command center decided to head to the nearest port to evacuate the ship. 4. Conclusion. Suspected behavior of specimen ID 008. We assume that the subject was corrupted during the reconditioning by the Biospace Group. Its old military program was probably improperly erased, and it may have retained an attack and defense system running in the background of its new specific program. Its corrupted program would operate as follows. It recognizes humans when they are in groups and only in groups. It then adapts a pacifist attitude while following this group. The subject makes isolated humans for its search subjects. Minerals or plants, it thus seeks to grab its target with its claw, drill into it, and collect samples. If its shield is deactivated, it loses its levitation abilities. Anti-gravity repulsion, it then switches to its old military program and attacks any potential threats. Whether or not they are in a group, at this point it is able to generate EMP discharges to disable any nearby systems. To date, we do not know if other robots of this type exhibit this defect, or if this case is unique. It could have been the first prototype for reconditioning, which would explain why its flaws are not previously identified. Additional observation: once its shield is deactivated, it collapses to the ground and remains passive while its military program resets. So that end bit right there is basically them telling you how to capture it. But yeah, once you do enough damage to it, it'll actually trigger a EMP, which will shut off all the systems in the ship. So you have to walk all the way back up to the bridge to restart the power, because if you don't, then because it deactivates the respawn pods. So if it kills you before you reactivate it, you're going to end up dead. So, well, permanently dead. And what it does with the drill is it likes to suck your brain out through the drill. In fact, yeah, I think like if you read the files on the main ship up in the bridge area, it mentions like this thing sucks the brains out of its victims, so. He's a very creepy robot, but he's very cool. I like him. I hate dealing with him though. He's my least favorite to deal with. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the episode here. At least I don't have to capture him again. Like I said, he's the worst one to capture. But so far we captured 008 and we captured 007. I've killed all of them except for 008, so I do need to show off killing him. 007 is the only one I'm completely done with. I both captured him and killed him in an episode, and I still need to capture 9 and 6, so yeah, I still got a lot more to do in this game. And of course they're I want to get all this wrapped up before they add in the new specimen, because I would like to show off that specimen as well. But until then, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. As always, until next time, have a good day.